Hello, my friends. Joshua Boswell here, founder of Copywriter Marketer and author of the #1 best-selling program that helps writers and has helped writers over almost 2 decades now take their writing skills and turn them into an amazing income. It's such a privilege working with writers like you. And the question I get asked all the time is, hey, well, Joshua, how do I increase my income as a writer? So I'm a freelance writer, a copywriter. Like, how do I make that income grow? And also, how do I make that income grow without consuming all of my time? We all know that if you work harder and you spend more time and you put in more effort, then usually you can get things to grow. But I'm interested in lifestyle. How do you get the income to grow without substantially increasing your time commitment? Well, to answer that today, I want to share with you a very simple process called how to increase your writing income in the next 30 days using LinkedIn just 15 minutes a day, just 15 minutes a day. And I've seen this process work over and over and over again. For example, one of my students started off with literally, I think 30 or 40 connections. And I was like, look, if you're going to use LinkedIn to get clients, which by the way, I strongly recommend you use LinkedIn to get clients. If you're going to use LinkedIn to get clients, I said, you got to have a bigger base. You have to have a bigger network, a wider reach. And so we've got to focus on building up that network. Now, my guess is no matter where you're at, whether you've got a couple hundred or a couple thousand, you would substantially benefit from growing your base and growing your network. And every one person that you add to your first line connections on LinkedIn is going to add 3 to 10 new people on your second line connections. That's just the way the dynamics of it work, because the people that you connect with are connected with a bunch of other people, some of which are relevant to you and to your pursuit of finding clients and working with those clients. So I want to show you a process in just 15 minutes a day. And I told her, I said, look, my student, I said, look, you've got to grow that base. And we're going to do this in just 15, maybe 20 minutes a day, very short period of time. And you're going to have a basic fundamental routine, 5 simple steps that you're going to follow over and over and over again to build out this network. So she dove in and got working on this. And to her credit, she was diligent and consistent. She went from, again, maybe it was like 30 or 40, 50, I don't remember. It was under 100 connections. And now, as of the last time I talked to her, she had several thousand connections and was getting requests from people to hire her to use her writing services, has picked up a number of clients through that. Same thing happened to another one of my students. And he had the same experience where he went out there, he was a ghostwriter for books and other publications, and also did a bunch of copywriting and freelancing stuff. And he went out there and just started putting stuff out on LinkedIn, making the connections, following the process in a relatively short period of time, picked up a project to do ghostwriting, picked up another project to do some copywriting and some content development. All of that came from working through this simple process and being consistent and diligent at it. Now, will you make $1 zillion in the next 30 days? The answer is probably not. But could you pick up a new client and thus increase your income with spending a very little amount of time every single day? The answer is yes, I think that you absolutely could. So let's look exactly at how to do that. Now, before we do that, I got a key point right here, and that is gratitude. This key point of gratitude. Now, what do I mean by that? Here's what I mean by that. I love looking at the world that we're in right now. I think about the amazing astonishingness of the fact that we live in this world where you can log onto a computer and within seconds have access to millions and millions of potential prospects who could buy your services and pay you really, really good money. And all you have to do is position yourself in front of them in a way that's trustworthy and that they feel like they can use your services to get their objectives met. And it's an amazing, astonishing thing. And I'm so grateful for the time that we live in. I don't have to go out and pound doors. I don't have to make a bunch of cold calls anymore. I don't have to send out cold emails. I don't have to go and do direct mail. I don't have to do any of that kind of stuff. I can follow very simple processes, tap into the right technology. Specifically, what we're talking about today is LinkedIn, and literally transform my business, transform my life, and create an amazing lifestyle, amazing experience for me. So I just wanted to geek out with you for a minute about this point about gratitude. It just thrills me every single day to think about the lifestyle that I get to live compared to my grandparents and my great-grandparents. I mean, those guys, my ancestors, they came across the plains of the United States in hand carts and wagons, for crying out loud. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I can sit on my computer, go through 5 simple steps, few minutes a day, pick up clients, and have a great lifestyle. It's awesome. So I hope that you're super grateful every single day for what we get to do and what we get to experience. So even in being grateful, let's figure out how to do this as effective and as efficiently as possible. So here we go. Number 1. Now, again, this is a routine. My suggestion is 5 to 6 days a week, log into your LinkedIn account, and then just go through these 5 steps and just make it a consistent habit. Set a timer. Literally, like say, okay, I'm going to do this for 15 minutes, set a timer, and then just go as fast as you can. This doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to take forever. 15 minutes, do this routine. I promise you, in the next 30 days, you'll be blown away at the response and the results that comes of it. So let's look at what the process is. Number 1, the first thing that you should do is an activity to grow your network. And you do this by making 20 connection requests. 20 connection requests, okay? And this is very simple. You're going to look at people who are in your target audience, people who are relevant to you, and we can get into all the details about how to do that. But it's pretty simple. You can set up a saved search, and you can be connected to different groups, and you just find people that are connected to people you're already connected with. However it comes about, 20 connection requests. And the best part about this is the bigger you grow your network with targeted people. So let's say, for example, that you were a writer in the health and fitness arena. Well, your connection requests, as you build up more people who are in the health and fitness arena, whether that's pharmaceuticals or exercise or different diet regimens or app developers in that space or wherever you're wanting to focus, and where you provide solutions for, as you build that up, LinkedIn is going to find people like that and share those with you. And you can go into your network tab and it'll say, hey, you might be connected with, or you might like to be associated with, or you might make a connection request with these people. And it's going to give you different people, different businesses, different categories, and it's going to make suggestions for you. So over time, literally, you go in, you click on your network tab, and then you scan down there and say, oh yeah, I'd like to make a couple of connection requests. Done. That's it. Super, super simple. 20 connection requests every single day. Now here's a pro tip for you, okay? The pro tip is use a template. So I have some very simple templates, and I literally copy and paste them. It's like, oh, hey, I noticed that we're in the same industry. I tweak up a couple of things in the template. Boom, off it goes. I just use a template, copy and paste. You're not having to type a whole bunch of stuff out. Drag and drop, 20 connection requests done. You can literally do this in just a couple of minutes. This is super, super simple. And if you do this every single day consistently, this is powerful. The compounding effect here is amazing. Number two is even faster, and that is accept requests. Okay? Accept requests. So people are going to start reaching out to you. Here's what I found is if you start off at 0, which maybe you are, maybe you're not, but somewhere if you're making connection requests with relevant people in your industry and in your niche, people that need your solutions, then eventually what happens is as you start showing up on their radar and they start sending requests back to you. And if you start off at 0, by the time you build your network up to around 200 or 300, there starts to be a tipping point there that people start reaching back out to you. So it might take up to 500, but at some point you'll go into your account one day and it'll be like, oh, you have 10 people who have requested to connect with you. You're like, oh, I didn't have to do anything. And all I do, because of the compounding effect of a bigger network, even if they're not 100% relevant to me, I just click on the button that says accept all, and I just accept all the requests. Just accept all the requests, simple. Now, here's another pro tip for you. After you accept all the requests, you might want to send them back a short thank you note and give them the opportunity to engage in a conversation with you. Well, how do you do that? Same thing. You simply use a template. So you grab your thank you note, and you probably would be wise to have in there some kind of a free offer or training. Hey, thank you for connecting with me. Delighted to have you as part of my network. I thought you might enjoy this bit of free training that I did. And send them a little report or give them a link where they can opt into an email, or just give it to them for free. But don't overcomplicate this. Just send them back a little note saying, hey, I thought you might enjoy this. Here's a tip on writing headlines. Here's a tip on putting together bullet points. Here's a tip on how to close. Here's a tip on article writing. Here's a tip on whatever it is. And give them access to some kind of video, audio, or written report. Probably written, because we're all writers, right? So give them a tip, give them an access thing. And again, copy and paste. This is as simple as putting a blog on your website and having a tip and trick there for LinkedIn users, and just send them back to that. This is as easy as putting an article on LinkedIn and then just saying, hey, I thought you might enjoy this article that I wrote and published on LinkedIn. Here's the link to it. Just give them something of goodwill. Doesn't have to be complicated. Accept the request and show them how they can carry on the conversation with you. Number three is you're going to want to comment every day on 3 relevant articles or news pieces, posts. Now, I'm going to underline relevant here because what I've seen people do this process, and let's say they're a writer in a financial newsletter or financial education space, and I can go onto their LinkedIn account. And what I see is that they have commented on a bunch of comments about cats or wildfires or space shuttle, or not space shuttle, but SpaceX launches, or all this different kind of stuff that they might be interested in terms of their hobbies, which I think is great. I'm so delighted that they have those hobbies. But my suggestion would be save that for Facebook and stick with some business stuff on LinkedIn. So I would expect them to go and find articles or posts or groups that are connected with the financial education, financial newsletter space, and all of their comments and posts would be about that, right? So you're staying in that genre of being relevant. Back to my example about people in the health industry, I might see that, wow, these comments are all about the health and fitness industry that they're posting, and they're finding stuff relevant so that it's a compounding effect. You're connecting with relevant connections, and you're commenting on relevant comments so that people get the idea like, oh, this person specializes in health and fitness. Like, they love this. They're an expert in this. And by the way, the overarching picture here is you're wanting to build your network while simultaneously creating expert status in your space. You want to be an expert writer in the health industry, in the financial industry, in the travel industry, in the whatever industry that you're in the SaaS market, or in the writing. I specialize in emails, or whatever solution you provide. Like, you want to show up as an expert writer in that space. Okay, so comment on at least 3 relevant posts or articles every single day. And how long does this take? Takes just a few minutes. A lot of this stuff will just come up in your news feed naturally. The more you fine tune your focus of your LinkedIn profile, then you'll be able to see like, oh, here's an article, here's a post, here's a quote, here's a meme, whatever it is, and just go, oh, I love this. Here's my thoughts on this. 1 sentence, done, and you just post that. Okay. Next, number 4. Number 4 is follow up. Okay, follow up. All of our money as writers is always made in the follow-up. And what's going to happen is you go through this process here, and people will not only reach out to you and want to connect, but they're going to ask about your writing services. And they'll say, well, what kind of stuff do you do? And do you do this? Or can I connect with you here? Or maybe I could get some more information from you on this. Or I'm looking for a writer who does this. You'll get all kinds of different inquiries back as you go through and consistently do this. And so you want to have, as part of your routine, simply following up with those people, delivering the information, maybe providing some additional training for them to keep the conversation going. But you just want to have part of the process where you're following up and engaging and building that relationship. Because if they just hear from you once and then they never hear from you again, it's not likely they're going to see you as a professional or as an expert writer in your space. And you definitely want them to see you as an expert writer in your space. Now, Point number 5. Let's look at point number 5. And you notice it's a big box because really, if we were to say, okay, of all these things, what could you get rid of? But if you only had one thing to keep, what's the biggest, highest leverage piece of this whole puzzle? Which piece of it is? And that's this one right here, number 5. And I saved the biggest, most high leverage piece for you for the end. And here's what it is. I call this DCC. And that stands for Daily Compelling Content. Daily Compelling Content. Daily Compelling Content. This is you putting out to the world content that is compelling and inspiring and teaching and motivating and demonstrates that you are in fact an expert writer in your space. I can't emphasize enough how important this is for you to do this. I've got a lot of writers, they come into my world and they hire me simply for the fact of learning how to create a content calendar, how to build out daily compelling content, what to say, how to write the article, and all that kind of stuff. And that's all they know me of is how to do this because it is so crazy powerful. One of my students did this process of the daily compelling content, connected with this, and in a matter of a couple months put together over $8,500 in retainer fees simply from this simple process. That was all she did. So, I can tell you literally hundreds of stories of people who have been effective at producing daily compelling content. So what exactly does that mean? Daily compelling content is content that resonates with your target audience, shows them that you are an expert writer in your space, and gives them a sense that you can solve one of their problems, that you can fix something that they need. Maybe they need more social media traffic. Maybe they need more sales. Maybe they need more, branding efforts. Whatever it is that they need. Maybe they need more white papers to support their sales team. Maybe they need more business-to-business content to help grow one of their divisions of their companies. Whatever it is, they see this consistent drumbeat of compelling content that's relevant to them, and they're going to be interested, and they're going to come back, and they're going to want to talk to you, and they're going to hire you. Now, I got a very simple process for doing this DCC model. Let me give you a simple overview, and it's very, very easy. So first of all, make a commitment to write a single article, anywhere from 700 to 1,500 words, every single week. Okay, so one article a week. One article a week, and then take that article and break it up into smaller chunks. Take a paragraph here, a quote there, a little segment there, and then do one post a day. Okay, simple little post every single day. So you're writing a single article, and you're taking that article and breaking up into little pieces, and you're using those little pieces to post small little quotes and then driving them back to the article. Super simple process. Daily compelling process. Now, these are the 5 steps here. And I mean, obviously, I've got in-depth training on almost every single one of these steps, but even if you never get into my in-depth training, if you never go to my website and sign up for a bunch of my free stuff, no matter what you end up doing here, just know that if you'll follow this simple process, I've seen magic happen. And literally, I think that if you do this, you can grow your income in the next 30 days. Just make a commitment. 5 to 6 days a week, you're going to make 20 connections, accept the request, comment on 3 different posts, follow up on people who reach out to you, and then do daily compelling content. Even if your content's not fabulous, you're just trying your best. Just put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. Far too many writers are so concerned that their stuff won't be good enough or just perfect enough or whatever, and so they don't publish. And I made that mistake too for years, and I just beat myself up because I should have been doing this years and years ago. I don't want you to have that same regret. Get started right away. All right, if you'll follow this, I really believe you'll have amazing results and grow your income in the next 30 days, and this will only take you 15 minutes or so. It'll take you longer to write the compelling content, right? So writing the article, but in terms of actually being in LinkedIn and posting it, it's just 30 seconds, easy cheesy, okay? All right, go out there and live life to the fullest, be full of gratitude, and create a writing business that fulfills all your dreams and has, just everything that you've ever wanted, and really is a lifestyle filled with things that matter most to you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now. Hello, my friend, Joshua Boswell here. I hope you really enjoyed that session. And I was wondering if you'd do two specific favors for me. Number one, go ahead and find the subscribe button on this page and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future training, my best insights and secrets for helping you turn your writing skills into an amazing, incredible lifestyle. And this is why we're doing this. I'm doing this so that I can help you achieve the lifestyle of your dreams through your writing business. That brings me to my second point, and that is, would you please share this with somebody else? Because gosh, we all know writers who are struggling, who are wondering where all the clients are, who are frustrated because they're not making the money that they want to make, or maybe they're confused and concerned that their writing skills aren't good enough. Well, you and I can bring some hope into their life by sharing these insights, these proven strategies and techniques that I share with you every single week, and give them some hope that they can do this and that they can achieve that lifestyle of their dreams. So go ahead and do that. Also, if you're somebody who has thought, well, gosh, I would love to have Joshua coach me and work with me personally. And if you're someone who thinks, I would love to have Joshua go through and critique my copy, or look at my marketing system and say, hey, how can I fix this and tweak this so that I get clients coming in automatically? Or maybe you've been writing for a while, you're at a plateau, and you're like, gosh, if I could just get some insights on how to move to the next level, I would love for Joshua to just look at all the stuff that I'm doing and help me through that process. Or maybe you've got a bunch of head trash going on and you're frustrated and confused, and it's just like, you can do this, but like, gosh, how do you move past yourself? Well, if you've ever had any of those thoughts, then I want to introduce you to Copywriter Marketer Coaching Program. And inside the coaching program, every single month, I get together with writers just like you and answer questions just like that. And you can send questions in advance, or you can jump on. It's a live call. We spend 2 full hours together. It's fully interactive video coaching, and we spend this time together as a group, and we talk about the things that matter most to you. And I give you my proven solutions and insights, not just stuff out of a program or out of a box, but customized for you right now, where you're at, so that you can take that and have success. Look, it's one thing to learn about step-by-step processes and patterns. It's another to have somebody literally look at your specific circumstances, situation, and dilemmas, and give you solutions that you can apply immediately to create the growth and the success that you want. And that is what Copywriter Marketer Coaching is all about. Inside the program, we look at 4 specific areas, because these are the areas that I've seen really matter most in terms of having success as a writer. First of all, we look at your persuasive writing skills. How do you get people to take action? Number 2, we look at automated marketing systems. How do you get clients to come to you hand in hand, ready to hire you and excited to work with you automatically, so you're not always running around trying to find clients and groveling for business? Number 3, we look at a winning mindset, because look, all the stuff that's going on inside of your head is affecting your business. So we look at courage and clarity and how to overcome personal procrastination and self-sabotage. And we look at the strategies and the proven processes for cleaning up your head and moving forward in life. And then finally, number 4, to kind of wrap it all together, we talk about and we focus on inside the coaching program, your fulfilling lifestyle. Because as I said before, you having a fulfilling lifestyle is what this is all about. And so we look at the tools, the strategies, the insights that you need to have to take your writing skills, the money you're going to make, and the time you're going to have, and turn that into a great fulfilling lifestyle that fulfills your hopes and your dreams, and walk you through all those kinds of things. So I invite you to go ahead. There's a button down below. You can check it out. Hit the link and see if it's not right for you. Get all the details on the coaching program and see if this isn't something that is exactly what you need right now in your career, in your business as a writer. Until then, my invitation for you is to go out there and live life to the fullest, fill your life with things that matter most, and have joy every single day. Talk to you soon. Bye now.